It's funny, the next corner is in, hold still, the next corner is in 818 kilometres time. So that's the next time I have to turn.
Moments echo in my mind have the power to seduce me. Moments that vanish in the haze have the power to come find me.
So, a bit of night driving tonight. Thought I'd spend a few hours just driving during the night, which is it's nice because there's no caravans about and it's nice and quiet on the road. However, there are lots of kangaroos about, so I've spent the last couple of hours dodging roos. Lucky I haven't hit any yet. A couple of close ones. But yeah, it's nice to drive at night time. The hours just go away and the kilometres just go away. So I'll kick on and drive till about, I don't know, 11 o'clock, midnight, something like that, and then pull up and make a nice camp, cook some dinner up and have a kip. So yeah, just thought I'd have a chat to you from the cab of the truck at night. So yeah, cheers, catch you next time, see ya. There I'm in Broome, just driving down and onto the famous Cable Beach here in Broome. Absolutely beautiful spot. Just going to go and have a bit of a drive around. And so at high tide you can't get access to this beach because it's underwater, but we're only on mid tide at the moment, so yeah, nice little track going in and then onto the beach.
Places I wander in my mind, try to tease me with the memory. Places in which I see you there, try to tempt me to go back there, and I won't go back again. Such a bittersweet taste, such a perfect waste. You're hiding in the back of my conscious state. Such a wonderful sight.
So just driving along the number 1 highway here, the biggest highway in Australia, and every now and then when you get up to river, the dual lane road here will go back to 1 lane. So you can see all the skid marks in the road. That's where all the trucks have had to slide to a stop as they go across these 1 lane bridges. So you have a bit of a gecko, make sure there's no traffic coming, and head across the bridge. So yeah, it's quite common to get the road going from 2 lanes back to 1 lane, and sometimes just got to hope there's no big trucks coming. But this time it's worked out alright. Bit of a bumpy bridge, but yeah, it's worked out alright. So there you go, bit of interesting Australian road trivia.
Beautiful way to hit the ground when I hear you call through the echoes on my mind. Faces projected in my dreams make me feel as if I know them. Faces that seem to look like you are longing to embrace me. You won't take me
These trees are called boab trees, and there's no shortage of them up here in the Kimberley, especially in the East Kimberley area. They're a magnificent tree full of these little nuts that are, well, some say are tasty. So these here are a boab nut. Yeah, like I said, some reckon they're tasty, some reckon they taste horrible. So, oh, it's not good for the shoulder. Here we go. So inside you find a little nut. It looks like that, right? And comes a big truck going past, but that's what they look like inside. They'll wait for the truck to go past, and that's the stuff you eat. I won't say not bad because it's bloody horrible. You know, for over 35 years I've been feeding this to my punters and sampling it. Nah, don't get it. Still tastes like, you know that, you know when you get a package and it's got that packaging stuff in it? Have you ever tried eating it? That's what it tastes like. Cross between foam and cardboard. So, but that's what they look like inside. Oh, that's what they look like hanging on the tree. And there's no shortage of them. But, no, I'd rather have a Theakston's Old Peculiar any day. Cheers. If you thought that last turn was amazing, now it's 1,146 kilometres to the next turn. Yeah, pretty incredible, isn't it? G'day. Still cruising along the number one up here in Northern Australia, and yeah, I just had an interesting little morning. I just got pulled up by the bill. Yeah, he pulled me up, and apparently you can't drive with a sling on your arm. So yeah, lesson learned. I've got to now drive with my busted wing and just rest it on the steering wheel, because you're not allowed to drive with a sling on. So there you go, there's something new learned today. A nice fella, didn't book me or anything, he just a warning and took all my details with great efficiency, as they do, and sounded his power, as they do. But yeah, nice young fella. So at least I've learned that. So there you go, if you're ever driving in Australia with your wing in a sling, whack it out and drive without it. Catch you later. Just stopped here for lunch on the border of WA and Northern Territory. So I've been on the road a week now. Left last week, and it's been a week. So yeah, there you go. Don't know what day it is. Knocked over about 3,300 kilometres. So doing about 500 a day, nice and easy pace, and about 3,000 to go. WA, the state that I'm still in, is bit of trivia, is about 11 times the size of England, and is about a third of Australia. And so this number one highway goes nearly all the way around. It finishes up. I'll finish on it tomorrow when I head east on the Barclay Highway, which is the next turn in 1,100 kilometres time. Yeah, having a good trip. The arm's getting a lot better. Ribs are a lot better. Wrist is a bit crook, but you get that. Yeah, having a good time. And I'll chat you later once I've finished the dishes and head on the road again. Catch you later. See ya. There goes a prime example of a Brahman cross bull in pretty good nick. Hey fella. Beauty, innit? So this is the quarantine checkpoint for entering into Western Australia. A couple of the states here have fairly strict biosecurity measures where they try and minimise pests, disease and weeds, etc. So your vehicle gets checked, everything gets inspected, and then if everything's good, you're on your way. So leaving WA and heading into the NT.
Getting a vacuum because it was full of stuff from the wind the other day and giving us a clean out. Pick it all up now. It's coming in for another go. We're going to have friends over when Magnus gets back. We're going to go and have a barbecue. So there's the barbecue over there. And I thought, I'll just go and check out to see whether it's what it is, gas or how it runs. See over there. It's a lovely seating area out here by the barbecue. And this is the rest of the marina. Lots of picnic tables, which are nice. Oh, there are two barbecues. I'll check this one out first. So here it is. Looks like you bring your own little disposable barbecue and put it on the top, because I don't think there's much going on in there. No, I think it's, oh, so I guess you either clean it out and fill it up with charcoal or something, or this looks like the perfect spot to put our little barbecues, so we might just bring that over from the boat. But I'll go and check out the other barbecues, see if it's any better. Alright, well this one's got a bigger tabley area, but it's, I don't know quite how this works really. Maybe you just fill it all up with charcoal and light it. There's not much going on in there. Don't know, English barbecue. There it is. And there's a nutshell over there. Thought I'd show you the rest of the marina. It's only little, but it's lovely. Really beautiful. It's just, they've just mowed all the lawns. Beautiful willow trees. And there's a few boats here that look like they've been here a while. Another one over there. Looks like we've got fixing going on here.
Got technical issues.
Technical issues on the gate.
John's got his spanner out.
I'm pretty interested in World War II history, especially Pacific Theatre stuff. And just driving along the highway and I saw a sign that said World War II Airstrip. So I turned in, I've been driving around, I'm in the middle of the bush. I've been driving around for about 20 minutes and it's not on any of my maps, I've got a lot of maps. And all of a sudden, bang, here it is. I'm at the end of the airstrip. Yeah, to think of the history here. Darwin, which is north of here, was pretty heavily bombed during World War II. And there were a series of airstrips all the way up this Stuart Highway that I'm travelling on. And this is just one of them. So, yeah, I'm driving down the middle of the runway here. And I might send the drone up and have a bit of a butcher's. So check it out.
On my mind.
There are these well-formed roads everywhere through here. It's incredible. I reckon they must have been taxiways or something. I'm just going through to a spot I found on the map which indicates that there used to be buildings here. So yeah, these roads are unbelievable. They're so smooth and yeah, you can still see the black wheel marks on the corners. It must have been where the aeroplanes left, just going through a narrow bit, where they left traces of their rubber. But yeah, all the bends are like big radius bends, so that the aeroplanes could easily negotiate the turns. This looks like something interesting up on the left here. I'm not going to have a Bo Peep. So this would have been where the buildings for the airstrip were. All sorts of supply buildings and accommodation buildings, etc. I'll see if I can find some info on it later on and fill you in. Some more of the bits and pieces, some sort of loading dock or something. And of course the most dangerous thing out here when you're poking about and having a bit of a butcher's nook is the fact that Joe Blakes love bits of tin. So always got to watch out where you're sticking your fingers. The scale and the size of this place is incredible. Just acres and acres of old building site, or building. The slabs are still left. That's all that's left, and a few bits and structures here and there. But it is massive, and I can just imagine the humdrum and noise and bits and pieces of it happening here during the Second World War. And I've just pulled up in this big, I'll show you out here, this big apron, which is still in like, well, not brand new condition, but you could knock the trees over and it would be usable. All the concrete and tarmac's still good, but this massive apron here would be, I don't know, 2-3 acres. So this must have been workshops or something like that for the aeroplanes, and so they could pull right up here to the edge of the buildings. It is absolutely enormous. Been driving around for about an hour now, and still haven't got to the end of it. So yeah, just thought I'd share. See ya. So what's for dinner, you ask? Well, I had some sausages, but I'm tired of sausages, so I turned them into meatballs. A couple of fried eggs. I converted 2 potatoes into chips. Some gravy I knocked up. Knock it down with some baby beets. And wash it all down with a bit of Carlton Unitas Brewery's Finest, the old VB. All around your little campfire. So yeah, not a bad knock up. When you cook for, I don't know, 10 to 15 people every night, you will cook way too much. So I've cooked enough for about 4 people. So if you're not doing anything, come and join me for dinner. The view's not bad.
Such a bittersweet taste, such a perfect waste. You're hiding in the back of my conscious state. Such a wonderful sound, such a beautiful way to hit the ground. I hear you call through the echoes on my mind.
I'm here in Charters Towers in North Queensland, and I've stopped here for Kate, one of our viewers, and I was reading through the comments the other day, and Kate said her grandfather came from here in Charters Towers. So I'll go for a spin down the main drag and show you a bit of Charters Towers. Cheers. Charters Towers. I love going to any place that has warnings about unexploded munitions at the entrance. So cool. And this is the main street. Beautiful old buildings. In fact, it's a Beautiful little town, big town. It used to be a city. It's known to us locals here in North Queensland as Gold City. It's the home of Australia's second stock exchange during the gold rush. Beautiful place. Love the buildings. You can imagine the hustle and bustle here during the gold rush in the turn of the century in the 1890s, up to 1910. It's been incredible. Look at these places, they're just beautiful. Yeah, they don't build them like that anymore. A couple of pubs here. That's your typical Australian country pub. Someone once said, if you had cats on your channel, it would be perfect. So there we go. Now we've got cats. Oh, hold still there, Mr. Spider. Isn't nature beautiful? Look at this fella. I'll try and get him in focus. No, it doesn't want to focus on him. But yeah, he's pretty big. That's the size of my hand. And I've got pretty big hands. So yeah, he's a big fella. Well, this beauty didn't blow away. The bush up here is full of these. It's just absolutely beautiful. But as you see, yeah, a few of the trees down around the place. This is down one of the creeks, and yeah, there's trees down everywhere. Well, I just came out to move some cattle and check some fences and check the water situation in the creeks, and all's good. I'm back home. It was a long trip. It was a real long trip, but it's good to be back in the greenery and back home for a week or so. Yeah, I haven't been around this side of the farm since the cyclone, and wow, the devastation is incredible. But nothing a chainsaw and a bit of time won't fix. So, yeah, it's been a big, how long does it take? 10 days to drive back. It's been big, but it was a good trip. The arms, shoulders getting a lot better. Ribs are a lot better. The wrist is still a bit knackered, but I'll be right to drive Nutshell again and do beer reviews. So yeah, just a quick g'day, and this will be the last video from Australia, because I'll hopping on a plane on Monday, and I'll be back on Wednesday. So the next video will be from Nutshell, all going to plan. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the week's video. Sorry, it's just Australia again. There was a little bit there from Wendy, but next week will be Nutshell and cruising and pubs and back to the old style of life in a nutshell. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. We're still overwhelmed by the amount of people that have subscribed, and if you excuse me, if you haven't subscribed yet, yeah, hit the subscribe button thingo, and you'll get I think you get an email or something when there's a new video. And again, to our patrons, God, thank you so much. And as you know, our first goal with Patreon was to get a lens for the good camera, and we've made it. We've now got enough to get that lens. So well, the wind's picked up. I've hung my camera on a tree here, and it's getting a bit windy. But yeah, so thanks guys. Thanks to everybody for watching, and yeah, give it a, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Give it a bit of a thumbs up if you like it, eh? And catch you next week. See ya. Cheers.
So bruised when this me is confused by all the lies that you've spewed.